Hello, Potato. It looks like we've made it through another one, and it's time for some more weekend magic. And this week we only have 3 things. Well, I mean, really 4 things, but 2 of them are like the same thing, so we're going to count them as one thing. And one of them is a Disney thing, the second one is a YouTube thing, and the third one is a Kickstarter thing. And it's actually not Kimchi Kawaii. So let's start out with the Disney thing, and the Disney thing is the Cars keys are here. Yes, 15 years since the movie Cars hit our screens. And of course, there's not just a key, there's also a pin and a key, and it knocks over the key. And of course, I think these were $14.99, $12.99, and as is Disney's wont nowadays, they were shipped in a plastic bag, which meant the postman just basically kind of just jammed them in the mailbox. Not really the postman's fault. If Disney wants things to be treated properly, they would ship them in boxes, not plastic bags. Luckily, they seem to have made it here in one piece with one minor thing. I don't think this is so much an issue with the fact that it was packaged in a plastic bag as the fact it's 100 and FU degrees heat out there. And that is that the tape here on the end of the key melted. Like, it seems to have melted from the heat, probably in the metal mailbox, and now doesn't want to keep the end of the box closed. But at least the box isn't damaged or anything. The key's okay. And of course, as we always do, we'll take a closer look at the key. Anyway, we have a closer view of our key. As you can see, it's your standard Disney Pixar key. Got the Luxo Jr. there on the teeth instead of, say, the word Marvel or Star Wars or the Princess Castle. Being race themed, we have the checkerboard on the D and the little knobby things there. I'm sure there's a proper name for those, but I don't know what it is. The little knobby things there. Almost, they could have done those as tires. That actually would have been really cool because the way they're spaced, it kind of looks like they could be tires looking straight on. Should have done them as tire treads, but oh well. It's number 95, Lightning McQueen's color, his lightning bolt, and of course, in case you didn't realize who it is, it's just Lightning McQueen right there on the key itself. And you can't have the key anymore, really, generally, without also having the pin, which I think actually pops really nice. The whole thing kind of pops nicely. But really interestingly on it, I think, is Luxo there really stands out. Maybe it's because it's the red against the black background. I don't know, but I feel like that pops more than the normal key pin does. But you can see it's, as always, a pretty much exact duplicate of the full-size key, but in pin form. And these are both special edition, not limited release, not limited edition, which means they'll be available on Shop Disney for literally months to come. So you have plenty of time to get one if you haven't got one already. All right, let's move on. Next up is the YouTube thing, and that is going to be this. Anne Reardon's new book. Anne Reardon runs the channel How to Cook That. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. She does mostly desserts, but she also does, and this is actually how I found her, was 2-3 years back now probably. She had done a video on this viral video that's going around about how American cheese isn't really cheese, it's really plastic, because when you put flame to it, it just burns, it doesn't melt, because of course you don't generally set cheese on fire. And she debunked it as, American cheese is maybe not actually cheese. I think it's why it's called generally American cheese food, but it does melt, you just don't set it on fire. But after watching that video, I watched more of her videos on how to make things. She does like lots of those fancy cakes that look like other things, and she does cake rescue videos, which are kind of nice to show you how you messed up a cake, how to fix it. She occasionally will do like old, I think 18th century recipes from an old cookbook. She'll do like miniature things, which I don't think she does that so much anymore. But yeah, she does a lot of interesting stuff, and she has a cookbook out called Crazy Sweet Creations. And you'll see here I've got, how to make an apple cake. A cake that looks like an apple. Little emoticon cakes, or emoji cakes. Sorry, I'm showing my age by calling them emoticons. And a lot of these she's done on the channel. Croquembouche, that cannoli there. Got a whole section on ice cream. She's done some of these on her channel. She's been on there for like, 10 years now? She just recently did an anniversary. So I think it's been about 10 years. I think it was a 10-year anniversary. But we picked this up. I think we pre-ordered it from Amazon. It was a pre-order because it literally just came out. I think this past week, maybe the week before. It showed up this week. It has not been sitting around here for any length of time. But it looks like there'll be a lot of interesting stuff in here, stuff we will probably never make. But it's, it's nice. And again, it's kind of supporting another YouTuber, one obviously that, much more farther along in her YouTube career than I am. But yeah, it looks like a good book. It's got a lot of neat recipes in it. And I do encourage you to go at least check out her channel. If the cookbook doesn't immediately sell you, go look at the How to Cook That channel and see all of her very, very interesting videos. And finally, we have the Kickstarter items. Got this one and this one. Now, these are not from Kimchi Kawaii. They are, however, from Creepy Kawaii. Yeah, okay, they're different. They're different people. Oh, I can't remember her name. I want to say it's like Kate or something. I don't remember. It's all over the Kickstarter, but I don't remember what it was. But you can find her at creepykawaii.com. I did find her because of Kimchi Kawaii. Kimchi Kawaii had shouted out her Kickstarter for this particular Kickstarter, and she's actually got another one going right now. So if you found this all interesting, go check out her current Kickstarter, which is Delightful Demons. She very considerately chose to throw in a little postcard about it with my package. And then another one that's coming up is Lilith the Black Witch Moth. So yeah, it's very cutesy stuff, hence the kawaii, with more of a gothy flavor than, say, you get from Kimchi Kawaii. And the things I kickstarted were for a thing called the Plague Burb. There is the Plague Burb plush. There's also a nurse version. There was a Plague Burb nurse, but I went with the Plague Doctor because I think that's more traditional. The nurse is nice, but it's also all white and will probably show quite a bit of dirt, as where the Plague Burb himself is mostly black. I love the detail on the eyes on here. Look at this. Kind of gives it almost a little bit of a pencil sketch kind of a feel to it. So it's a nice, creepy but cute thing. And I didn't kickstart just the plush. The plush does not want to stand up. It's very soft. It's not quite as a silky material as those things from the anime show, but it's still pretty silky. What does it say? What is it made out of? creepykawaii.com, spot clean, hand wash only, air dry. Oh, there's words. There's words. Plague Burb's story. Plague Burb doesn't have much medical knowledge, but he doesn't let that stop him from comforting those who are sick and are in need of a little company. Through the best of times and the worst of times, Plague Burb will be there for those that need him. And a little picture of him. So that's kind of what he's based on there. And that's what he is. His hat could want to hold shape a little better, but I can probably finesse that. That's better. Actually, that's better right there. That's not bad. So I didn't just kickstart the plush, because I like shelf things, despite the fact I clearly have no room on the shelf for anything anymore. But I do like shelf things. So there was another thing. How do I open this box? Open it from the top, not the bottom. There was another thing that was being kickstarted at the same time, and that is the Plague Burb vinyl. Yes, a little vinyl shelf thing. Can we get out of the box? Let's get him out of the box. Take a close look at him. Yep, obviously the same little happy fellow, got the same little kind of weird little sketches going around the eyes there. Very cute, very nice. I like it. He may end up on the shelf. He stands up better too, which is nice. Yeah, he may end up on the shelf. This guy, I don't know what I'll do with the plush. We are gonna have a lot of plush, and a lot of it's Kimchi Kawaii. But then we have a Creepy Kawaii one. So yeah, that's it for this week. We got our Kickstarter birds. They're very, very cute. Any other details on him looking? Nah, not really. He's a little more detailed than the plush. Not a lot. Plush has actually got a nice deal. Got some detail on the wings there. Very nice. Very lovely. Yeah, we got our Plague Burbs. Got our Anne Reardon cookbook. And of course, since I have to put something in Disney, otherwise y'all won't watch it at all, we've got the Cars keys. Put you there, put you right there. And get all this out of the way. Oh, I knocked over something. All this out of the way so that I can discuss, of course, what got me through this week. Now you're thinking, surely this time it's gonna be Loki, right? And yeah, we watched the second episode. It's quite good. I'm getting invested in the show. But no, Loki's not what's gotten me through this week. What's gotten me through this week is that I celebrated my 20th wedding anniversary with my wonderful, loving wife. So of course we'll dedicate this episode to her, as if they aren't all dedicated to her, because after all, she puts up with me making these and spending way too much money on this stuff. Yeah, 20 years with my wife. I would do it all again if I had the option to do so. But I don't, because you can't get these 20 years back. So luckily, I am happy with the choice I made. Hopefully, she's just as happy. And with that mushy stuff, I will end this video. I hope you found it all interesting or entertaining. If you did, please give the video a like. Or hey, if you just like the fact that we've made it through 20 years of being married, kind of a rarity nowadays, give the video a like for that. And hey, why not tell me what got you through this week? I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Yep, me again. You know what I didn't realize until I was kind of taking pictures of things at the end of the video? This is numbered. I've got number 127 of 500. So guess what that means? Going right back in the box. If he goes on the shelf, it'll be on the shelf in the box, because I didn't realize it was signed and numbered. And look, it has the same words on the back. Creepy kawaii.